Hello again, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. Unfortunately, we are still having the same technical difficulties. We're not able to have the video populate on Twitter right now, so we do apologize. Should we just go for it, JD?
Yeah, I was about to say
We're going for it. Let me get in here. You guys, let me mute myself real quick.
Hey, man.
All right.
Technology sometimes just doesn't want to work.
I'm sharing it. I'm going to say the video
I
is not.
was just about to say we're gonna have to just keep sharing it. That's gonna be the only way to.
Oh! We may have video now. I hit the share button and I see a video thing. Let me see if I. Sorry, everybody. Just bear with us. I do apologize. We just want to make sure we get all you guys in here as always. We have a big show planned for today. Tons of plays we're going over. We just want to make sure we can get it. And yes, JD, Hefe, if you guys want to retweet it off my page, I don't know if it's coming up on MBM, but I do have a working video link off the tweet that I just shared. So we're going to get it rolling. Welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. JD, besides the technical difficulties this morning, how are you today, brother?
Doing good, man. Yeah, pardon my J. Yeah, we're
working on it. We're working on it.
God damn it!
But yeah, man, I'm actually doing great. Besides whatever this is right now, but yeah, I'm doing good.
There we go, and we're getting it rolling. And we have one stream up, so people are starting to get in here. They're starting to fill it up. Hefe, you look fantastic today in the mobile, in the Bentley Vision today. How are you today?
Thank you. I'm doing great, man. Yeah, man. From a closet to a hotel room to a car. Tune in next week to see where I'm gonna live stream from next. It's gonna be crazy.
Hefe San Diego, man. Hefe San Diego is all over the East Coast, maybe all over the country, maybe all over the world. So we'll have to see where you go.
Might be in your hometown next.
Could be. Well, your hometown is my hometown, so there you go. All right.
All right. So, okay, sorry. There is a video link off of yours, not off of the main page.
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
I don't.
So share off my page, boys. We'll get it off that way. We'll get the video out some way or another. But boys, we have to recap yesterday's slate because what an unbelievable slate. JD, I'm going to go over to you. What did you think about yesterday's games? How did you do? Break it down.
Yesterday was definitely a good day for me. As far as in college basketball, as far as with Florida, I did end up laying it there. I actually know that you happen to be on the other side of that one.
Yes.
But after we broke it down, I just really felt like that was the side. So ended up playing that one, and then the Duke first half team total over. That's just a gift that they just keep on
free money
giving us. So
yep.
So yeah, that was good. And just overall day, yeah, I had a plus 7 point something unit day. So yeah, it was a good day.
You had a plus 7 unit day. How did you not tell me that before the show or something? Make it a bigger deal. You're so nonchalant about having a plus 7 unit day. That's a huge day, brother. Let's keep that rolling. Hefe San Diego, how was your day yesterday?
Speaking of San Diego, Padres got us the dub yesterday. So between that and Arkansas, there you go. And between Razorbacks covering, they should have won outright, but we still covered the plus 5.5. It was a solid day. Only disappointment that we had was BYU just not being able to keep up with Alabama's 77 3-pointers.
So that's all you're going to talk about?
What else do you need me to talk about?
I don't know. Maybe the New York Yankees having a statement opening day victory, coming out strong. Big day in MLB for the Yankees. And guys, one thing we have to talk about is the New York Mets. Man, I know it's only one game, but let's take it back a year. Let's reset the scene. Opening day 2024. The New York Yankees with Juan Soto were playing the Houston Astros. Juan Soto had the game-winning hit in the 8th inning and then gunned a guy at the plate to end the game, the tying run, and won the game in his debut for the New York Yankees. Yesterday for the Mets, he had the same exact situation in Houston against the same team, comes up to the plate, tying run on first, and has one of the worst swings I have ever seen him make, one of the worst strikeouts I have ever seen him make. So yesterday was a very interesting day. I know that Yankees fans were probably a little too excited to see Juan Soto blow the game at the end, but for Yankees fans, it was good to see them get the win. And will the Mets bounce back today? I think that's a big talking point we will be talking about. Footy Chancellor is saying opening day 2024 Pirates also lost on a walk-off. Well, the Pirates lose on many different ways, Footy, unfortunately for you. All right, boys.
Actually, like speaking of actually that game, that was the game that first got me like baseball's back because I had the Pirates on the first 5 minus a half a run, and it's there. We're actually through 4 innings and they are down 1-0, and I'm like, of course, this is the same old Pirates team. It's not going to be able to put up any runs for actually boy Skeens, and sure enough, in the top of the 5th inning, they put up 2. So right at the buzzer there, we ended up winning that one, and I was like, oh yeah, baseball's back.
Baseball's back, baby. Baseball is back, and that's a great way to transition, fellas. You want to start breaking down the second day of the MLB season.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, boys. Give me 1 second here. We're transitioning right into the MLB. And guys, first game we're going to be breaking down today is going to be the Orioles taking on the Blue Jays. And guys, tough opening day for the Blue Jays, man. They were favored in that game yesterday. They lost in a pretty bad way. They lost 12-2. They were never in that game. I believe Cedric Mullins had 2 homers and 5 RBIs. Tyler O'Neill for the Orioles. I mean, next year, guys, we have to blindly bet this because he hit a home run the 6th consecutive opening day. Unbelievable. No one's ever done that. We'll see if he can get there to 7 next year. But between this matchup, guys, the Orioles are pitching Charlie Morton. Feels like he's been in the MLB for 47 years. He'll be going for the O's today. And on the other side, we have Kevin Gausman for the Blue Jays trying to even this series. Man. The Gas Man. Hefe, you like the Gas Man? You like Old Man Charlie? What do you like in the Orioles versus the Blue Jays today?
I don't like either of these pitchers, to be honest with you. I think
really? The Gas Man's pretty good.
He was good many a moon ago, and just same that could be said for Charlie Morton. Charlie Morton got this spot because I think the Orioles, in the rotation, because I believe truly that the Orioles had one of the worst off seasons you could possibly ever have in losing out on Corbin Burns, not even really trying to get him back on the team, and not filling that spot properly. I feel like they are relying on their young lineup way too much now. Game 1 of the season, they look freaking great, that lineup. Yeah. And I am one of those people that I don't think the Blue Jays are going to be a big to-do. I actually think come around trade deadline, they're going to have some really tough decisions to make. Vlad, Bo Bichette, just to name a few. Like, I just think I don't see them competing in the AL East, to be honest with you, or in the AL for a wildcard spot. So I'm rolling with the Orioles here. I also like the over between these two teams of 8.5. I don't like either of these two pitchers, but I think the Orioles can pretty much easily take another one from the Jays, even though this is in Toronto.
I feel the opposite. I think this is definitely a Blue Jays spot today. I think yesterday was going to be an outlier game for them. I think they'll have a much better series as we go on here. I am a fan of Gausman. I think he is a pretty decent pitcher, and Charlie Morton early in the year in the cold is not somebody I'm willing to bet. He can get hit very hard.
In the cold,
Yeah. Well, I know they're in Toronto, but in the dome. But at this time of year, I just still love the Blue Jays at home in this spot. They should be able to have a big performance. They should be able to hit Charlie Morton pretty hard. And like I said, I think Gausman's going to have a big performance. I actually am high on Gausman this year. He needs to have a big year for this Blue Jays team to be successful. Give me the Blue Jays on the money line, minus 130. It's definitely an official play from me. JD, what do you got?
Yeah, both these guys, Charlie Morton and Kevin Gausman. I'm like kind of in the same boat here. I don't think either one of these guys is, well, they're obviously actually nowhere actually near where they used to actually be here. I honestly have them both ranked pretty actually close here. I don't actually see an actual edge either actually way. As far as this number, as far as actually what I made the number, I also don't have a big edge here. But to me, I absolutely love this game, and I love the O's here, the O's on the money line. The biggest difference for me in this particular game is going to be the bullpen. Yesterday, the O's had to, they didn't have to use like any of their, like better actually guys here.
No, they could have pitched me or you. We would have had, the same outcome.
That was a complete blowout win. So today, I really think that this game does come down to the actual bullpens, and I think the O's actually have a very good one. And then on the Blue Jays, I'm not very high on actually theirs. So if you're going to give me the Orioles here at a plus 110, I am playing it.
One thing I do have to say, when is Charlie Morton going to slow down, guys? Like, I know we say Gausman's old too. Gausman's 34. Charlie Morton is turning 42 mid-season this year. So he's still doing it. It's a good story. We've seen some guys like him have success into their 40s, so hopefully he'll be able to keep it together, but not today. Today is going to be the Blue Jays day, so let's see the Blue Jays win, and we'll be able to recap this on Monday and enjoy what has happened there. All right, boys, let's keep it moving. Second game we're going to is a team that we talked about in the intro. We're going to the New York Mets, taking on the Houston Astros. Tyler McGill's pitching for the Mets today, and Hunter Brown is on the bump for the Astros. Like we said about yesterday's game, Astros had a big lead. Mets almost made a comeback, but the game ended on a Juan Soto strikeout on a pitch that was 74 feet wide of the strike zone. Hefe, do we see the Mets bounce back? Or do we maybe see that there's an issue with this Mets team? I mean, we're seeing their starting pitching early. Game 1, Clay Holmes was a failed closer for the Yankees last year. Was he good? No. Was he bad? No. But was he opening day starting worthy? Didn't look like, an ace type of pitcher. They go to McGill today. Will he get them back on track?
I have no reason to believe this, but I think the Mets are just one of those teams that they like to put their fan base through hell. And I think that the sports gods just want to come together and put a little panic in the Mets fan base and in their team. I think they lose today again. I think they start 0-2, and I think you start to see the fans get a little clammy. Remember last year they started 0-5, and I think the world was going to fall apart for them. I'll never forget it. They were facing the Tigers, I think, and they were about to go 0-6, and Pete hit a home run on like the 8th. The tie went to extras. They won it, and then the rest of the season, they kind of evened out. I don't know. I just kind of feel like this is the Mets story. I'm rolling with the Astros here. I do like Hunter Brown. I could totally see the Mets winning this game, but this is not an official game that I'm looking at because I think it can go either way, but I do lean Astros.
This is going to be an official play for me. I'm riding the Mets again today. I think they do have a bounce back spot. We're talking about two teams that should be going in different directions this year. I know the Astros retooled a bit. They got Christian Walker. They got Paredes at third. They've added a couple pieces, but they got rid of Kyle Tucker. I mean, Altuve's now their left fielder. This team is not the Astros team that we're used to in the past. I do expect it down here from the Astros. And the Mets are supposed to be the team competing with the Dodgers. This is the team that added Juan Soto. They have Lindor. They have all the bats in the world. Pete Alonso. But do they have the pitching? And that's the big question about this Mets team. I think that's what everyone is wondering. McGill, to me, will get it done tonight. He's one of the better pitchers they have on their roster. Hunter Brown can get hit for the Astros as well. So with the plus money, I'm definitely going to be taking the Mets, and it is going to be an official play for me. Mets on the money line, plus 108. JD, what do you got?
As far as actually yesterday, we actually talked about just as Astros team, just actually as a whole, we think we know what's going to happen, but we don't really know. We need to see it. Well,
yep.
Astros won yesterday's game, but they did not look good. If you actually watched that game, they did nothing.
And Hader looked awful. Hader was all over the place.
So to me, yes, this is a Met spot. I am on the Mets here. I did give this out to clients last action night at plus 125.
Wow, good value.
That's down to plus 108 or plus 110 now. But I actually like them, and actually anything as long as you can get at least a plus 105, I'm actually good with this here. But this is another game where, if you look at the bullpens, the Astros bullpen, if you just look at it, you just look at it, you're like, all right, it's good, but it's a very top heavy bullpen. You have Hader in them, but then there's a big drop off.
And Hader can't go today. They used all their big bullpen arms yesterday.
And actually, that's my point here again. To me, this is most likely going to come down to an actual bullpen game. And I think with the guys that the Mets have available today, they have the edge here. So yeah, once again, give me the dog.
Let's get it. I'm with you, JD. All right, boys, we're going to move on to our third and final MLB game we're covering today, which we have the Atlanta JDs, who had a disappointing opening day, taking on the San Diego Padres. Pitching for the JDs today, we have Reynaldo Lopez. For the Padres, we have Dylan Cease. JD, only one person can kick us off regarding a Braves game, and we all know that is you. Take it away.
Yeah, man. As far as last night's game goes, Larry, everything was going well, and then the bullpen came in,
imploded,
and yeah, that was just rough. But yeah, that's just part of the game, though, and that is going to happen. It sucks that had
Yep.
to happen in the first game of the season, but definitely happens, guys. Here, actually, as far as the Padres, I really wanted to actually back them here, but the price to me is actually spot on here. I actually thought that they would not be favored actually quite this much, but it actually looks like it actually looks like the odds makers are actually seeing the same thing as me. So for me, I honestly really actually don't have much of really anything here. Just that I think the game is priced extremely well. But if you're just going to ask me like who's going to win or lose, I definitely lean the Padres here.
Hefe, what you got?
Yep, I'm rolling with the Pods, baby. Dylan C's on the mound. I expect a big year out of him. Another one of these pitchers that's in a prove-it year. And I wasn't completely impressed with the Braves in the second half of that game. When your bullpen blows the lead that badly as they did yesterday, they had to go through a bunch of arms. They got to run it right back today. Padres ended that game with all the momentum they could bring right into today. And yeah, I'm the juice is worth the squeeze. -125. I'll take it.
Love that. Love that. I'm on the same boat you are. Dylan Cease is clearly the better pitcher in this matchup. Late game for the Braves. Disappointing game yesterday. I do think the Padres are able to get game 2 with this series. And that's exactly what I'm playing. It's not going to be my favorite play of the day, but I definitely will be on this with my VIP. So give me the Padres at -125. I am with you, Hefe. Over to the comments. I know we're not covering this game today, but Footy is on Mitch Keller over 5.5 Ks at +115. I don't mind that, especially against the team you're playing. Definitely can strike out a lot, so we will see if Mitch Keller can get that done. Little sleeper play from Footy there. And Spread Gladiator stopping in the chat. We appreciate you, Spread Gladiator. JD, are you and the boys on at 5 today with Spread Gladiator?
Today it's going to be, I believe it's just me and Joe.
Just you and Joe. Well, he'll be back, so we will see you soon on the air, Spread Gladiator. Thanks for tuning into the morning show, brother. All right, boys. We've gone through the MLB. We love that the MLB is back, but there's clearly the cream and the potatoes that are going to be in college basketball. You boys ready to dive in?
Yes, sir.
Did I just say the cream and potatoes?
I was going to bring that up, but
Is that the way?
I was going to let it rock.
Potatoes and cream of the crop, and I kind of combined them. I think I'm going to keep that. We're going the cream of the potatoes, boys. Let's get into it. Let's get into a little college basketball cream and potatoes. Opening game. Ole Miss taking on Michigan State. This is my favorite spot of the entire day. Ole Miss is coming in off a win against Iowa State, which, not going to lie, somebody on this panel has said that Iowa State has been frauds all year long. Shout out above average prop guy. I know that's your team, but never really liked them. And they took care of business against UNC. On the other side, Michigan State, they beat UNM and Bryant. They really have not had too much competition yet. New Mexico did play good against them, but Michigan State was able to get it done. And in that game, their best player, Jace Richardson, didn't score a basket till the final minute of the game. So they got it done with their backups, with their backup stars, not their main scorers, and they had a big performance there. To this game, Hefe, Ole Miss, Michigan State, 7:09 on CBS Friday night. What do you got?
Oof. I continuously look at this game, and my first thought process is, why isn't this line moving? And I don't understand how it hasn't moved. It opened at 3.5. It's staying at 3.5. Are people really backing Ole Miss? I get it, and yet I immediately don't get it. If Michigan State plays the type of basketball that they're supposed to play, Ole Miss shouldn't be even close to 3.5. But the line is there, and it's scaring me, and I, in my heart of hearts, think Sparty wins this game. But man, could I see some stupid shit happening at the end of the game, and they're up by 5, and Padilla hits a damn 3 for no damn reason, and then Sparty wins by 2. I am on Michigan State. I'm taking them as a first leg of a parlay. It's in my best bets. I'll get into the second leg later. Sparty wins. The line is scaring me. Listen, I hope I'm wrong and Sparty wins by 10, but I'm more comfortable taking the money line and parlaying it with another team that I think is going to win tonight.
JD, what do you got?
Yeah, man, I'm feeling the exact same way.
Why is the line like this, JD? Why?
I really don't
Probably
understand
because
why.
they haven't played well in the first two games, and some of their star
But-
freshmen, like Chase Richardson, have not shown up. Like they beat the Lobos by
Doesn't
8,
make sense,
and
man.
Ole Miss beat the 3 seed Iowa State by 13, and they took care of UNC that was steaming. So they're playing good basketball. Ole Miss, they are.
I mean, as far as actually like state here goes, I mean, like they've won actually both their games like clearly, but they've also like covered though too. I mean, like so. I mean, like we're saying like they haven't played that like well, but they've still covered actually both games.
It's Michigan State's MO the entire year. They're the best second half team in basketball.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know why the lines aren't showing that.
Yeah. And that's what's kind of scared me the same way, but it just seems to me that actually like Ole Miss, that they just got hot. I mean, they've like just been shooting the ball well. But actually look at the defenses that they've played though. Tonight they play a much
The best defense, yeah, for sure.
tougher one. So that's where to me I definitely like State here. But once again, just actually like you, man, I'm gonna put them in a national parlay. That's just how I'm gonna play this game. But yeah, I've been looking at this game for days now, and I just don't understand.
Me too. I would have bet $100. It would have got up to 4.5 by tip.
Yeah.
I understand that. I understand why
Totally
both of
agree.
you feel that way. I understand why you both feel that way, and you're taking that approach to the game. But I'm here to let everyone know. Let's take it easy. Michigan State's winning this game by double digits. They're
They should.
clearly the better team. I think they run away with this one. I know the line is what it is, but I am all over Michigan State. It's going to be a multiple unit bet for me. I'm not sure if it's going to be 2 or 3 yet, but it is going to be the biggest play I have on the board today. Michigan State wins this game by double digits. Tom Izzo, March, they get it done. They are going to beat Ole Miss, and this team has a chance to really make some noise as this tournament continues. So give me Michigan State. It is by far my favorite bet of the day, and none of the other ones I even like anywhere close to as much as I like Michigan State tonight. I just like their guard play is better. Their big men are better. They're able to have a deeper bench and use more guys, stay fresh. I don't see any way Ole Miss competes in this game. I really do think Michigan State wins by double digits. Definitely my favorite play on the entire board. All right, boys. We got 2 games left to break down. We have just under 800 people here. You ready to break down the Kentucky and Tennessee game?
Game of the night.
Kentucky, I think it could be the game of the night as well. Kentucky's coming in off a very big win where they knocked out Illinois 84-75. They took care of Troy in the first round, but yeah, they took care of Troy. Tennessee, they took care of UCLA last round. They won 67-58. In the opening round, they did beat Wofford. Tennessee, I do have big predictions for them. They are going very far in my bracket. Hefe, what happens tonight between Tennessee and Kentucky?
I want to say that I'm really impressed with Mark Pope and Kentucky. This is a team that came into the tournament, and to be honest, I thought they were flat. I thought they were really, really flat. And then it's like he turned on a switch with Kobe Brea, and Kobe Brea all of a sudden is becoming exactly what we thought he was, one of the top transfer portal point guards in the last offseason, is literally running that team and putting them on his back. The issue is Tennessee, other than Ziegler, has humongous guards that are absolute dogs on defense. And Ziegler, by the way, is also a dog on defense. He's just a shorter guy. I think that if Chaz Lanier plays how Chaz Lanier's been playing, they match up so well against Kentucky. I love Ziegler as a facilitator. And who's my other guy that I love? I always forget his last name. He's not great. No, on Tennessee, he's not great on offense, but he's the leader of that team, and he's a defensive dog. He's a forward. I'm blanking on his name.
Milicic? Oh, Mashak's good too.
Mashak. He is to me the X factor. If he could have a decent game on offense, you know he's gonna D up. That's the X factor to me. I'm taking Tennessee here, guys. I think this is priced very sharply to get you to back Kentucky. I think Tennessee, via their defense, can keep this game on their pace and in their way. I also like the coaching matchup for Tennessee. Rick Barnes has been there 100 times, including last year with Dalton Connect. I like Tennessee here. Mark Pope, great guy. This is his first time getting this far. He'll be back.
He'll be back, and I feel the same way you do. This is where his story and Kentucky's story ends tonight. I think Tennessee's another team that wins by double digits here. A guy who's been disappointing me from Kentucky, who I had big aspirations for when watching this team, is Amari Williams, their big man. He's not been able to score. Against Illinois, they had a big performance. He had his normal 10 rebounds, but he was only able to get 8 points in the game. They're going to need a lot more than that. Against Troy, where he had a huge advantage over all the big men on Troy, he only had 5 points in the first round as well. He did have his normal 13 rebounds, which is great. But in this type of battle against a Tennessee, you need a big man who can come down with an offensive rebound and put the ball in the net. Not dish it out to a shooter, someone who can get the ball and put it in the damn net. And that's not what Amari Williams has been able to do as of late. In 4 of Amari's last 5 games, he has gone under 10 points. He had one big performance against Alabama in the SEC tournament where he scored 16. That game they lost by 30. So a lot of those points came when the game was already over. I think Tennessee has the matchup advantage in all areas of the game here, and they will exploit that on both ends of the court. Give me Tennessee minus the 4.5. Another play I absolutely love for tonight's slate. JD?
Guys, this is another game where, the line, I don't really understand it. This line opened here, and once again, it has not moved.
Not budge. Not budge a minute.
And actually, like Hefe said, I feel like this is baiting us into taking the Wildcat side here. Because I have this as actually like a 2.5 point line.
Yeah. I'm right there with you.
So, I mean, actually, like, as far as these teams, they have already played twice. And actually, like, the Wildcats won actually both games. So there's something to like that. Some actually people say, well, it's hard to beat a team actually 3 times in the same year. And then actually some people say, well, if you beat them twice, then actually like you can beat them a 3rd time. So it just depends on like how you want to see that there. But when it actually comes down to it, I think, this actually is a pretty sharp line. And I really think it's really trying to bait you into taking that like side, which is the Wildcat side, which is actually, when I saw this number, that's what I was like, oh yeah, like that's what I'm going to be on. But like I said, as I've taken some extra time with it here, it just seems super sharp, and I just don't really see an edge here. Where the total's at, I was thinking about taking the Wildcats first half team total over, but this is going to be a game where their sight lines are actually changed. So that's what kind of scares me there, is it being the first half, their first game playing actually there. So that's what got me off of that one. As far as actually right now for me, there is no play here.
Oh, wait. No, there it is. So what you're saying is, sometimes the best play is no play. So no action from JD in that game. Yeah. We have one more game we're breaking down. Hopefully JD has some action in this one. And I think this one's going to be one of the best games of the night. We have Michigan taking on Auburn. Michigan coming into this game defeated Texas A&M 91-79. They had a huge offensive performance, and they looked fantastic. Michigan, guys, hasn't lost in, a month and a half. They've been unbelievable. They went on to win the Big Ten tournament. They then from there went on to make a Sweet 16 run in the Big Dance, and they just keep on keeping on. They've been fantastic. Auburn, on the other side, coming in off a big win against Creighton. They won 82-70. Opening game, they beat Alabama State 83-63. But does anybody think Auburn has looked good so far in this tournament? I know they have 2 double-digit wins, and it's probably crazy to hear about a team not looking great after 2 double-digit wins, but they've been playing the worst teams in the tournament. They are the number 1 seed in the entire tournament. So I did expect them to look a little better maybe in the first couple rounds. Hefe, we're going to start with you. Big spread here. Can Michigan keep it close with their 2 big men in Vlad Golden and Danny Wolf? Or will Janai Broom and the rest of the boys on Auburn open this one up? What do you got?
This is probably the line that has moved the most. I've seen this as high as 9.5. I think it's settling now at 8.5. I can't remember what it opened up at 6.5, something like that. Michigan's playing the best basketball of the year, and I absolutely think there's something to be said about the continuity. I think that with their 2 big men, they match up physicality-wise well. This is going to come down to how good Michigan's guards play against Auburn's just array of physicality and their great guards. If this was a minus 4.5 Auburn, the way that I would be running to Michigan is crazy. But the longer this line gets, the more I want to back Auburn to just have that dominant performance. I have no play in this game because I have too much respect for what I've seen out of Michigan out of their last few games, beating teams that I think they wouldn't have earlier in the season and beating them decisively. The point guard, who's I'm blanking on his name, but he's been playing phenomenal, shooting great from 3-point range, being much more of a scorer than a facilitator. I think they need that. With that being said, I do lean Auburn here. It's not an official play. I lean Auburn. This for me is going to be let me see what the score is at halftime and possibly have a second half play.
I understand that. I am on Michigan in this game by the +8.5. Do I think Michigan has any chance to win this game? Any chance? I do not, but I think it's way too many points for this spot when Michigan has two very talented big men down low in Vlad Golden and Danny Wolf. That's their advantage here. Owning the glass and getting points down low, as well as getting points from deep from Danny Wolf. He could shoot for a 7-foot big man. I do think they keep it close. I don't think there's any chance they win. But if you've watched Auburn in the first couple rounds, there's no way you feel comfortable backing them to win by double digits in the spot. So for me, I definitely think Michigan keeps it close, and it's definitely going to be an official play for me. Michigan plus the 8.5 and -105. JD, what do you like?
So, as actually like as far as like Auburn goes, I wouldn't say they've looked bad. They just have not looked as good as they did during the regular season.
That's fair.
We actually like talked about this a few weeks ago, where we were talking about how actually they like peaked actually at the wrong time. And actually like that's what I think is actually going on here. Like, yeah, they're not playing like bad, but no, they're not the team actually like that actually they were. But looking at this game, like when you just look at, I mean, just stats and just breaking down this game, this looks like Auburn should absolutely rout them here. I mean, like they should be able to turn them over so much. And actually, like Michigan is not going to be able to do anything like that. As far as the over, I was kind of looking at like that. And since this morning before the show, this has actually gotten bet up. So people are definitely seeing the same thing that I am. As far as the pace, actually should actually be there. But what worries me in that, and now since the total's gone up higher, is just that Auburn will just kind of turn them over and just kind of lock them down and like kind of like slow it up some. So to me, it gives me actually like the Florida actually last night game kind of vibes, where like I see a path to where this could be like a good like 15 to 17 point win. But actually like overall, I do not have an edge here. As far as what David's saying there, I would actually go the other way. Just because Auburn, they haven't played their best in the first half. So if they are going to hang in close, I would think that the Michigan actually first half would actually be the way to go there.
I respect that. So the official play from JD, what's the official play? We're taking Auburn. And we're waiting.
I'm actually thinking about it. I'm thinking about it.
So when you make up your mind, where can the people find out what you're taking?
MoneyBall Metrics Discord.
Get in the MoneyBall Discord.
Yes, if I actually have a play on actually this game here, I actually will.
I like it. All right, boys. Well, that's going to do it for the breakdowns of our show today. But as you guys know, we still have a bunch of things that we do on this show. JD, is the opening day sale still available today?
Yes.
We're extending it. Opening day sale, guys. You can see right here, 30% off the all access package. Make sure you guys go to Odd Shopper Tales, check out MoneyBall Metrics from there, and you can see the promo code to enter is opening day, last day to take advantage of this promotion. 30% off all access. Make sure you guys get in the Discord and start winning with us. All right, boys. One more thing we still have to do on the show, and everybody knows what that is. We have to get into our best bets for today, Friday, March 28th. Hefe, how many do you have for the people today? 1, 2, 3, 5. What do you got?
I got a straight play. I got a parlay. Let's start with the baseball straight play. Running it back, guys. Yesterday, our one baseball play was the Padres. That's the same thing today. Running it back in Dylan C's and the Pods. Then for my parlay, Michigan State money line, Tennessee money line plus 135 odds. I just think these two teams are going to get out of there with a win. Those are my two best bets.
There we go. I got 1 and 1. One CBB, one MLB. College basketball bet. Y'all already know what it is if you watch this show. Michigan State minus 3.5. Multiple units. Play of the day. Banger of the day. Let's get that. MLB. We got a dog play. We're taking the Mets on the money line at plus 108. I think they get it done tonight against the Trash Stros. JD, finish us out, brother. What you got?
I have two today. We're going to go with the O's on the money line at plus 110. Then also we're going to roll with the Mets. You can get them on the money line currently at plus 108.
Let's go, Mets gang.
And then I do have to say something. As far as actually last night goes, as soon as those games were over, I was just sitting there waiting on lines because I was like, I'm very interested to see where these lines come actually out at. And actually for the Bama Duke game, DraftKings and actually FanDuel both actually opened up that actually game at 166. And I was like, holy shit, this is wrong. This number is so bad.
Yeah.
I was like, max play, bet it, send it out to clients. Right actually then I was like so pumped up because I was like, this number is just so bad. And within 10 minutes, it was jumped up to 169.5. Then 5 minutes after that, it was actually bumped up to 172.5. So then I already sent out something. I was like, well, shit, like I'm not going to count this, guys. Like this number's moving way too fast. And now it's sitting at 175. So I'm sitting on a very good number there. And actually some of our clients are actually too.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, they opened that. Yeah, that number was
Great find.
So off.
Great find. Get your phones out, everyone. Get your screenshots. You can see the best bets for the day. Me and JD are both on the Mets. I'm on Michigan State. JD is also on the Orioles, and Hefe is on the Daddies, a.k.a. the Padres, and the Tennessee Michigan State money line parlay. Hefe, we're back. We're in the mix of it. Friday night hoops, Friday MLB. We got a lot going on today. We're about to hit the weekend. A lot more games coming up this weekend. What do you have to say to the people before we get out of here?
Whole lot of this weekend, guys. You got Sweet 16 today, baseball all weekend long, Elite 8 Saturday and Sunday. Think Duke does take care of business against Bama. I will let that out right now. I am taking Duke over Bama. I think it's sitting at minus 6.5. I think Duke can compete. Offensively, I absolutely think they can compete. And I do not think that Alabama will make 29,000 threes again. So that was my parting words. Let's go Blue Devils.
Bama money line. JD, what parting words do you have for the people today?
I also have to agree with Duke there. I definitely think Duke gets the job done there.
Bama money line. Excuse me. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, tonight we have a lot of games on, and then as far as the weekend goes, once again we got a huge slate. This weekend should be a lot of fun. And yeah, guys, definitely join us so you can play all of our plays, and let's fucking win.
Let's fucking win. We'll see you guys Monday at noon. Everyone, have a great weekend. Let's catch all our bets. And Hefe, keep looking so great today. We want to see you looking this great every second. Wow, I don't know what just happened. But how did you do that? Do that again.
Wait a second. If I do this, wait, how did I do that?
Have a great weekend, everyone.
I'll do it again.
Out and get this ready for Monday. Peace.